Kangaroo Valley, Bed City Land, call it what you will, but this suburban semi looks just like any other in London's Earl's Court, which is why we're more interested in this house, number 32 Laundry Terrace. Well, this is the house where His Imperial Majesty Mohammed Reza Pahlavi, Shah of Iran, has chosen to settle in his newfound exile. Disillusioned and believed to be suffering from mental fatigue, he has shed all vestiges of his former pomp and glory and now looks just like any other citizen. Far cry indeed from the Imperial Palace at Tehran. His followers have made everything ready. The former occupant of the Turkey throne has come home to roost, to a place whither birds of a feather have already flocked. Wanted men, the fallen from grace, deposed monarchs, lost innocent persons, and ordinary people desperate. The Shah will certainly not be alone in his exile, for this boarding house is also home for his serene protuberance, the Atishu Kwame of Bindi, the 117-year-old spiritual leader of 17 Muslims. For 97 years, this semi-divinity has lived in semi-exile in this semi, masterminding the Bindi revolution and planning his triumphant return.
Hotline.
He has been waiting for his time to come. Wilderness years spent as scholar, politician, pastor, author, public nuisance, and all Islam backstroke champion. This man embodies the dilemma of his people. On the one hand, he is a spiritual leader, on the other, shrewd political strategist. One eye on his national traditions, the other on his own political future. One ear to the wish of the superpowers, the other to the ground. One foot in the revolutionary camp, the other in the grave. Here the Atishu receives homage from a devout follower, who, in accordance with the custom of centuries, bows first to the Atishu and then to the east, and not to point his face towards Mecca, but to point his bottom towards Wolverhampton. Nor is the Atishu alone in his exile, for just along the corridor lives the exiled loony of Yucatan, the spiritual head of 2 million Bushmen, who from here plan the pagan revolution which will bring down the white minority government of the president of Portuguese Yucatan. In fact, this corridor is full of former heads of state. His Magnificence, the Jamja'ar of Rajipur, his supreme indolence, the mighty Wurlitzer of Badawi, his enormity, the Ajibaji of Muscat, and the Bathroom of West Congo. They are all here, keeping themselves to themselves in the manner of the divine yo-yo of Hanky-Panky, who's been on hunger strike for the last 18 years, and the challenged holder of the record for the longest-lasting fruit gum. Similarly, the Atishu exhorts his followers in Bindi to acts of civil disobedience. His taped homilies urging the faithful to ring doorbells and run away, put matchsticks in lift doors and spiders in baths, in fact, anything to embarrass the government, have to be smuggled into the country in clever ways so as to foil the ever-vigilant customs authorities. The risks are enormous, both for the Atishu himself and for these courageous carrier pigeons of the Freedom Army. All volunteers, many of them making their first and last service behind the enemy lines. If caught, they face summary execution. Against overwhelming odds, the Atishu lives in hope. His spirit of optimism is shared by his fellow tenants here. Men like Kevin Ibn Saud, Young King Cole, Kunta Kinte Jr., Elvis Borgia, Maurice the Hun, and Brian Bismarck, who claims direct lineal descent from the legendary Arthur Knuckles Bismarck of Barnsley. And the Shah must take his place with them, hoping one day to return and rule. Until that day dawns, it is simply a matter of waiting and waiting.